I read this quote earlier today. It says, no matter where you go, there you are. Which kind of reminds me of a lot like work. I work in a restaurant, and everywhere I go, I encounter stupid people. One Sunday morning, it's a very, very busy Sunday morning. Church just got out. And I walk up to this table who's already, eating, and they're eating a set of pancakes. And they're complaining to me, these pancakes are too fluffy. Which kind of makes me think, where's my bed? Where is my bed? But it's just going on in my head. I have to say, okay, let me go make you new undercooked ones. I'll be right back in a few minutes. And then I have another example, which is I went to another table one evening, and they were having an appetizer, and then right in the middle of their dinner, they asked me, oh, look, there's a picture of fries covered with cheese. But they had the nerve to ask me, cheese fries, is that like cheesecake? I had to walk away for a minute because this was just too obnoxious to kind of settle in and whatnot. But those were my two examples, and everywhere you go, there you are. Great.
Well, you use the quote as the attention device. I don't know how well that really works. I do like the fact that there's kind of a joke built in there, and you've got a point that you are trying to make, so that is okay. At the beginning, it sounds like you just have a couple of examples, so you're going to keep it simple, but maybe you want to tell us that both of the examples are work-related experiences, because that appears to be the only place that you go in your particular situation, in which case maybe that's where all the stupid people go. They go to eat. You don't find them anyplace else except in restaurants. It seemed to me like there ought to be some diversity in the examples that you had. But the two examples that you had were fun to talk about, and I do think you do a couple of things. It's a choice. I could tell that you hesitate, you stop, you pause, you give us that double take look at the end when somebody says, pancakes are too fluffy. And you give us that befuddled look like, what kind of dumbass am I dealing with here? And I appreciate that, definitely 100%. I think we could use a little bit of the internal monologue being externalized here. I think you're trying to let the look on your face do all the communication for you, and it works okay. But let's face it, you'd have a longer speech and some more involved things and probably get a few more jokes or laughs out of it if you externalize some of your thoughts at that situation and gave us a little bit more to go with there. The delivery, it's pretty quick. It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds, so it's hard to assess a lot of things in that short amount of time. The voice projects pretty well. Like I said, I think the pauses were deliberately planned. You look very animated while you're speaking to us. Your eye contact, as far as I could tell, it was satisfactory. Nothing that seemed to be obviously problematic. I did feel that it just finished kind of quickly, and just as we were getting involved in what you were talking about, you seemed to be done, and that was a little disappointing because I was enjoying what you were talking about there. I like those kinds of stories, and I could have used something a little bit thicker. I felt like I only got one fry out of the bag instead of a couple of fries, and that sort of thing. And cheese on those fries? Yeah. I go with that. Is that like cheesecake?